Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. So according to recent reports, Real Madrid and Barcelona have expressed an interest in Bruno Fernandes. This is stemming from The Sun. Obviously I know The Sun isn't a reliable source. Bruno Fernandes has been at Manchester United for around 8 months now. Obviously, there was reports coming out last week saying that Bruno Fernandes had lost faith in Ole Gunnar Solsjaer, and it said he wants him out of the football club, and it even said that Bruno Fernandes was infuriated with our board over the lack of signings. But what reports were saying turned out not to be true, because Bruno Fernandes has denied that he had a bust-up with Solskjaer during our 6-1 defeat to Tottenham before the international break. Because he said that Bruno Fernandes had a go at Solskjaer regarding his tactics in the Tottenham game. And he also said that Bruno Fernandes was upset with Solskjaer that he had to be taken off at half-time. But Fabrizio Romano did confirm recently that Bruno Fernandes hasn't got a problem with Solskjaer, and Solskjaer said in his press conference yesterday that he's backing Bruno Fernandes, and Solskjaer said he spoke well recently. I think Bruno Fernandes should be playing tonight against Newcastle. Obviously now Bruno Fernandes doesn't have to self-isolate. There was reports coming out not so long ago saying that Bruno Fernandes could miss 4 games for Manchester United because Cristiano Ronaldo tested positive for coronavirus on Tuesday. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes now doesn't have to self-isolate. I think Bruno Fernandes is one of the best players that Manchester United have signed since Ferguson's retirement. He's probably the best signing we have made under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. We paid just over £46 million for him from Sporting Lisbon. Bruno Fernandes signed a 5-year contract with the football club with an option of a further year. Don't forget he won the Matt Busby Player of the Year. And I think he's won Premier League Player of the Month around 3 times, reflecting on his good run of performances. The vast majority of Bruno Fernandes' goals at Manchester United have come from the penalty spot. So that's the breaking news on him. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be sacked as Manchester United manager if we are unable to beat Newcastle tonight. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under serious pressure at the football club, and Solskjaer's even made this admission. We have endured a very, very bad start to this season. We have already lost 2 of our opening 3 league games. And Ed Woodward did say the other week that he's prepared to sack Solskjaer if this bad vein of form continues. Now, we've got a tough period. We've obviously got Newcastle tonight. Then we've got Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League on Tuesday. That's going to be a hard game. Then, Chelsea in the league. That's going to be another tough game. Then Leipzig. Arsenal's also coming up. So there you go. But I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be sacked as Manchester United manager because, like I said, I don't think he's good enough to succeed as a manager because he hasn't got that proven pedigree. Manchester United is the 3rd club in his managerial career. Before he was with us, he was at Mould, won a few Norwegian titles with Mould, and before he was at Mould, he was at Cardiff. His record was disastrous at Cardiff. He enjoyed a very, very short tenure with Cardiff, but the main explanation he got sacked from Cardiff is because he ended up getting them relegated. Reflect on how long Solskjaer's been at Man United now, though, he has gained managerial experience. I thought Solskjaer, though, was a very, very good player for the club. It'll cost us around £4 million to sack him, like I've already said to you. That's totally contrast to the £18 million that we paid to get rid of Jose Mourinho. Solskjaer still got a contract with Man United until 2022. So he's got just under 2 years left on his current contract. And I've already gone through with you what must happen for Solskjaer to keep his job at Manchester United, and that's obviously results. They've got to improve. There's still certain players that have got to step up to the plate. Solskjaer's decision-making's got to improve because in a lot of his games at Manchester United, he's been tactically naive. And I said at the start of this season, he's got to exceed his expectations, and that's, guide us to a top 4 finish and win a trophy. I want Manchester United to win a trophy because we haven't won out yet under Solskjaer. And we haven't won a trophy for over 3 years. I think Solskjaer's also got to take the captaincy off Harry Maguire, because I don't think Harry Maguire is good enough to captain the team. I think we should give the captaincy to Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno Fernandes is the one that shows fantastic leadership in the team. As you all know, Harry Maguire has endured early season troubles. Harry Maguire sustained a knock in England's defeat to Denmark. Solskjaer did say he will be a doubt, but now I'm hearing, like I mentioned yesterday, Harry Maguire is likely to start. He got sent off in the game against Denmark, did Maguire. But Solskjaer backs Maguire to, bounce back from his early season troubles. This season is Harry Maguire's second season at the football club. Obviously, last season was his first season at the club. Don't forget the other month as well, he got arrested in Greece. We overpaid for him because we got him in a deal worth £80 million from Leicester, didn't we? Second most expensive sign at the club behind Paul Pogba, and he's the most expensive centre-half in the world. I think Maguire should be dropped for tonight's game against Newcastle. I really, really do. I think David De Gea, Solskjaer must drop him tonight, but he probably won't. I've already said to you, I think Dean Henderson should be our number 1 goalkeeper now, because Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him. But this season is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's second full season at the football club, isn't it? He's been a Manchester United manager now for almost 2 years. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Mourinho, and he's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. And Solskjaer's managed nearly 100 games now as Man United manager, and he's won over 50 games as Manchester United manager. But I think our next manager will be Mauricio Pochettino. He's the favourite to replace Solskjaer. There was reports coming out the other week saying that we was in contact with Mauricio Pochettino's representatives. I heard that Pochettino prefers a move to Manchester United over Manchester City. Pochettino was linked with a managerial role at Man United before Solskjaer got the job permanently in March last year. Mauricio Pochettino has been managerless now for like a year. I think Pochettino is a better manager than Solskjaer, like I've said, because Pochettino is well proven in the Premier League. He's dealt with top players and his philosophy is good. The only element of concern about Pochettino is not won anything in terms of silverware. Pochettino endured 5.5 years with Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his tenure, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. Last year, guided Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final, didn't they? which was good. Before he was at Tottenham, he was at Southampton. He enjoyed the short tenure with Southampton, but he guided Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League year. And before Southampton, he was at Espanyol. Was Pochettino. We're obviously now looking at Massimiliano Allegri as an alternative to him. But some Manchester United fans think, it won't solve a lot if we do sack Ole Gunnar Solsjaer, because let's be honest, we're not really known as a sacking football club, despite the fact we've sacked 3 managers since Ferguson retired back in 2013. We sacked Moyes after he enjoyed around 8 or 9 months. We sacked Louis van Gaal. He enjoyed 2 years at the club. We did win the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal era, and we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years, despite him winning the Europa League, the League Cup, and the Community Shield in his first season. Also got a second in his first season. But like I said, not all of the blame stems from Solskjaer. There's players at Manchester United that have got to take responsibility, because there's players that have enjoyed a bad start this season. De Gea's enjoyed a pretty bad start to the season. He's already let 11 goals in his last 3 games. Bissaka's enjoyed a bad start to the season. Maguire's enjoyed a bad start to the season. I don't think Lindelof's good enough. Luke Shaw hasn't enjoyed the best starts to the season. Pogba, he hasn't enjoyed the best start to the season. Fred, McTominay and Matic haven't been that good either. And I think there is still deadwood at Manchester United. And, I think next year there's more players we will get rid of, definitely. We've obviously, been trying to get rid of Jesse Lingard. Been trying to get rid of Rojo. Been trying to get rid of Phil Jones. Sergio Romero, he's obviously open to leaving the football club, because Sergio Romero is now our 3rd choice goalkeeper, and Romero won't want to stay at Manchester United as 3rd choice goalkeeper. So yeah. But to be honest with you, a lot of the blame does stem from the board, because I think the managers we've had since Ferguson retired have not been backed enough. So Moyes weren't backed enough, Van Gaal weren't backed enough, Mourinho weren't backed enough, and Solskjaer, quite frankly, hasn't been backed enough. And Solskjaer revealed quite a few times in the summer transfer window that he was very infuriated with the board. We missed out on all of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's priority targets in that summer transfer window. And we missed out on a lot of targets in general. We missed out on Sancho. We'll probably go in for Sancho in January, reignite our interest. We missed out on Jack Grealish. We missed out on Nathan Ake. We missed out on Kalidou Koulibaly. We also missed out on Sergio Reguilon. We also missed out on Gareth Bale. Missed out on Thiago Alcantara. Missed out on Jude Bellingham. Back in January, we missed out on Erling Haaland. And I said it was a shame we missed out on Erling Haaland, because he would have been an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type signing. But our recruitment policy has been gash for several years, hasn't it? And this is one of the main explanations why we've been critical of, Woodward and the Glazers. We've also overpaid for players. Woodward's been at United since 2012, and what he's done since he's come in is obviously spend nearly £1 billion on players. And we've recruited over 30 odd players in since the Ferguson era, and he's obviously sacked 3 managers. But to be honest with you, I think, the Glazers are the biggest culprits, because the Glazers are the ones that recommended Woodward in, and they decided to recommend Matt Judge in. I think, Matt Judge is accountable for some of the failure of transfers. So there's a lot of Man United fans that have been demanding the board out now for quite a while. I think Manchester United need to get a director of football in. That would be very, very beneficial. And I think Pochettino, if he came in, would ask for Man United to bring in a director of football. We've been in the process of trying to get a director of football in since the Jose Mourinho era. Woodward said quite a few times he'd like Man United to get a director of football. It's one of the structural changes that we need at the club. But if we get a director of football, then we need someone who knows the club well and someone who's got that experience, You know what I mean? But I have taken positives from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure so far. He's made some good signings. He spent over £200 million since he became Manchester United manager. He's enjoyed 4 transfer windows at the club. You know, in his first transfer window, didn't recommend any winning. But in the summer 2019, which was his second transfer window, he brought James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. You know, in January, he brought Bruno Fernandes in. He obviously brought Odin Igalo on loan. And in the summer transfer window of this year, he brought Donny van de Beek in, Alex Telles, Edison Cavani, Facundo Pellistri and Amad Traore. Amad Traore will be joining the club in January. I like the way Solsjaer's promoted the youth as well, because the young players have been given their opportunities. He's also brought a few academy players in. We've seen a lot of players leave since Solsjaer got recommended in to the football club. We've also had some good periods under him. Was it the second part of last season? Went on a 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions. Went on a 14-game unbeaten run in the Premier League. And we did well in that 3-month period when Solskjaer was the interim manager. You know, so they are the positives you can take. But like I've said to you on my other videos, I think Solskjaer now is in the exact same position as he was in at the first part of last season. Because at the first part of last season, we enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. At that point, Solskjaer was very close to getting sacked as Manchester United manager. And I've said, you know, he's been in the exact same position as what Jose Mourinho was in. You know, Jose Mourinho made it clear to our board in the summer of 2018 that he wanted to recommend a centre-half in. Obviously never got that centre-half in, did he? That's one of the main explanations why it didn't work out under Mourinho, but obviously Mourinho didn't get on with the top players. He also had bad disputes with the board and that, and I think we probably appointed Mourinho in too late. In reality, we should have appointed Mourinho in when Ferguson, after Ferguson's retirement. That's when we should have appointed Jose Mourinho in. I credit Solskjaer though from last season. You know, last season was his first full season at the football club. And to be fair, he did well. You know, he got us qualification for the Champions League. We also finished third, the second highest we've finished since the Ferguson era. And we also progressed to 3 semi-finals. The FA Cup semi-final, the Europa League semi-final and the EFL Cup semi-final. But like I've said to you, in the last 7 years, Man United have been playing catch-up. Obviously, you know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. So last time won it was in Ferguson's last season. You know, we've only won 4 trophies since Fergie left. Obviously, our success came under Sir Alex Ferguson. Like I've said before, I think it's going to be hard for any manager at Manchester United to replicate Ferguson's legacy or to last as long as Ferguson did. Ferguson enjoyed 27 years at Man United, won a total of 38 major honours, didn't he? But he didn't settle in straight away, Ferguson, because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at the football club, did he? But I think as it stands at the moment, you know, we are at least 3 to 4 years off from winning the Premier League title. That's my belief. There is good players at Manchester United. Like I've said, we've got at least 5 or 6 good players in our team. We've got Rashford, who's very good. Martial's good, but he hasn't had the best starts to this season. Greenwood's good. Williams is good. Bruno Fernandes is good. Also, Donny van de Beek, he's also very, very good. But yeah, you know, Newcastle tonight, like I said, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer approaches this game against Newcastle. It really, really is going to be interesting. Like I said, Alex Telles tonight should be making his debut for the football club. I think Alex Telles is going to be a good signing for Manchester United. Got him for just over £15 million from Porto. He signed a 4-year contract with the club with an option of a further year. Telles will obviously now be our first choice left back. I think he's currently wearing the number 27 shirt. I'm hoping Donny van de Beek can make his first Premier League start tonight. There's question marks around Solsjaer. Why has he not yet started Donny van der Beek in the Premier League? Like I said, Van der Beek enjoyed a fantastic start to his Man United career. There's been talks saying that we could change his position and put him on the left-hand side. Facundo Pellistri, could he be possibly making his debut tonight? Solskjaer mentioned him in his press conference that he rates Facundo Pellistri after his first few training sessions, but if he sees him more in the future. We paid around £9 million for Pellistri from Penarel, and he signed a 5-year contract with the club with an option of a further year. Like I said, Bruno Fernandes should be playing tonight. Edison Cavani unavailable due to COVID-19 restrictions, so Cavani won't be making his debut for the club tonight, unfortunately. We did get Edison Cavani on a free transfer, didn't we? He signed a 1-year contract with Man United with an option of a second year, and we're paying him over £200,000 a week. Edison Cavani is going to be our new number 7. I think he will be the next Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I have already heard rumours saying that Edison Cavani already wants to leave, and he's obviously, just joined the football club not so long ago. Martial's unavailable. He's suspended for 3 games because Martial got sent off in our 6-1 defeat to Tottenham. So that's a bad blow for Manchester United. Bayes obviously not unavailable. He sustained a hamstring injury whilst he was on international duty with Ivory Coast. Tuanzebe and Jones, I think, are still out with injury. It'd be interesting to see as well what formation Solskjaer goes with tonight. Will he go with the 4-2-3-1? He's been going a lot with that 4-2-3-1 formation since he got appointed in. The 4-2-3-1 in a lot of games last season didn't work out. It hasn't worked so far this season. So could Solskjaer maybe go with a 3-5-2, which is obviously the 5-3-2? Or, could he go with a 4-3-3? Could he even play a 4-4-2 diamond, couldn't he? Could Solskjaer in this game. But it won't be as easy. It won't be that easy. Newcastle being in a good vein of form recently, like Solskjaer was saying. They're sitting 9th in the Premier League. I think they've registered 7 points so far from a possible 12. They're unbeaten in their last 4 games in all competitions. Are Newcastle? They won their last league game against Burnley by 3-1. I heard that Newcastle could be without 6 players for this game though tonight, so that's positive from a Manchester United perspective. And this fixture last season at St James's Park was 1-0 to Newcastle. But in the summer transfer window, Newcastle made some good signings. They brought Jamal Lewis in, Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser and Jeff Henrick. So, there you go. So, by the way, the match reaction for the game will be coming up tomorrow. Probably will be tomorrow, the match reaction and all of that. And probably will do the player ratings on that video. I think Manchester United have made a lot of mistakes in the last 7 years as well. That's one of the main explanations why we've been so inconsistent. We did make a mistake by giving Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the job permanently, but we're giving the job permanently reflects on what I did in that 3 months when he was the interim manager. We made a mistake by getting rid of Herrera and Lukaku because they were 2 good players for us. I think there's some players we're giving contracts to who we shouldn't have given contracts to. Woodward and, Matt Judge and all of that should have never been recommended into the club. So, yeah, mistakes have been made. But I don't like the way the football club's been run in the last 7 years or so. I gave you the news, didn't I, on Paul Pogba yesterday. Manchester United have triggered that 1-year extension on Paul Pogba's contract. So, Paul Pogba is now under contract with Man United until June 2022. This has also been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Solsjaer said, though, that Pogba will stay at Manchester United for at least another 2 years. Pogba recently made an admission, though, didn't he, saying that his dream is to play for Real Madrid one day. He said that last week. And he said last year, didn't he, that he wanted to leave Man United and he was seeking for a new challenge, and he was talking a lot about Real Madrid and Zinedine Zidane. It also mentioned that Barcelona wanted to get Paul Pogba next summer. And he said Paul Pogba was interested in making a move to Barcelona. Pogba, is still likely to leave Man United next summer, by the way, despite him getting his contract extended for another year. At least now we can cash in for him next summer rather than letting go on a 3 transfer. But, he's our most expensive sign at the moment is Pogba, because we paid £89 million for him. I think we're going to find it hard to get more than what we paid for him. We could end up getting less, than what we paid for him. We could still next summer maybe get around 60 or 70 odd million pounds. We shall see. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.